How's it going, everyone? Hope you're well. Mr. Boulder here, back today with an all vinyl collection update video. You're going to be seeing the usual mix of genres and styles, showing some stuff that I've been picking up over the last few months. You're going to see everything here from 80s pop to technical death metal. What else? So after the quick sip of coffee, we're going to get straight into it. So obviously we'll be starting off with the 80s pop stuff. A couple of groups that were huge when I was a kid, and I still love both of them now. So many great classic pop songs. The first one is Erasure, and this is always their very best of, which has come out about a month ago. Erasure fronted by Andy Bell, and of course Vince Clarke, who I think might be the only person back in the 1980s to have big hit singles of 3 different acts. Obviously here Erasure, and obviously Yazoo and Depeche Mode as well. So an excellent 2 LP set, which is a gatefold. Printed inner sleeves. And good old black vinyl. Loads of great tunes. These guys were constantly on the radio and TV when I was a kid. And songs here that I absolutely still love to this day. Who Needs Love Like That? I think that was their first single. Great tune. Sometimes, Victim of Love. Ship of Fools, Chains of Love, A Little Respect, that was covered by Wheatus, did a really good cover of that. Stop, Blue Savannah, Chorus, Love to Hate You. There's a cover on here of ABBA's Take a Chance on Me, which can absolutely get in the bin. But this is a really, really nice best of, which I'm very, very happy to pick up. Nice package that, loads and loads of great tunes. Really love spinning that one. Excellent pop from the 80s. And the other one to show is an original press from 1992, and this is Pet Shop Boys, and their best of the complete singles collection does what it says on the tin. So an OG press from 92, not easy to come by, wasn't cheap. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it, but it wasn't cheap. Printed inners, here's the one with Chris Lowe on it. Very thin, old school black vinyl. And again, this is another band that were absolutely everywhere when I was a kid on TV and radio. Loads of great tunes that I still love to this day. Simple electro pop from the 80s. West End Girls, the first ever single, which came out in 85. Great track. Suburbia, great track. It's a Sin. What have I done to deserve this? That's got Dusty Springfield on it as well. Always on my mind. That was a Christmas #1 here in 1987 in the UK. The Elvis cover. Domino Dancing, Left to My Own Devices, etc, etc, etc. Excellent 80s synth pop. Love these guys. I've never lost my love for the music that I grew up on back in the 80s. And I had to get this when I saw it. Like I said, it wasn't cheap. An OG press from 92. Not easy to come by. But an excellent piece to have in the collection. Really glad to have that. So that's the 80s pop out of the way for this video. So we're going straight into some hard rock now. And here's Those Damn Crows, their 3rd full-length LP. The name, I can't remember it. Inhale, Exhale. I got this back in about March, I think, actually. This is out on Earache. If you're not familiar with these guys, they're fairly new. Melodic hard rock. Excellent songs. Really nice record. Black with a bit of a sort of a splattering in there. Not much. Record looks really good. And an excellent band. No one really shows these guys. They're fairly new, like I say. Discovered these through an old podcast I used to listen to a lot, which sadly isn't around anymore. But great tunes on this, like Feel the Void, Takedown, Man on Fire. This Time I'm Ready, that's a great track. Really, really good. See You Again. Lay It All on Me. Find a Way. I can't remember if I've said it, but these guys are from Wales. Yeah, excellent melodic hard rock. Really good stuff. 3rd album. All 3 albums are really, really good. It's not going to blow you away, but I really, really like it. And Those Damn Crows, Inhale, Exhale is a nice added to the collection. Really, really good stuff from them. Up next, an absolute beast of an album. And here's Mammoth and Mammoth 2. If you're not familiar with Mammoth, Mammoth is basically Wolfgang Van Halen. Obviously the son of Eddie Van Halen, nephew of Alex Van Halen, and the apple has not fallen far from the tree. Wolfgang really knows how to play the guitar, really knows how to play the drums. He plays all the instruments on this, does all the vocals. Very, very talented guy. And it's just a fantastic album. There's a gatefold, nice big picture of Wolfgang on it. Printed in a. It's just on good old black vinyl, just the way I like it. And it's just an excellent album, loads of great melodic hard rock. It's got a modern sound, but it's definitely a nod to the old school hard rock sound as well. And there's no bad songs on this, it's absolutely fantastic. Right, Like a Pastime, Miles Above Me, Take a Bow, Optimist, Erase Me, Waiting, Better Than You. 10 tracks, not a bad one among them. This will definitely be featured in my best albums of the year video at the end of the year. It's just fantastic stuff. The first album was superb, and the second one is just as good. Excellent melodic hard rock here from Wolfgang Van Halen. A very, very talented young man. And let's hope there's many, many more albums in him. This is excellent stuff. Up next, the band from years gone by, and this is the brand new album from Winger. This is 7, which took a bloody long time to turn up. This turned up about a month after it was supposed to. Good album this. It's not their best, but there's nothing wrong with it at the same time. Gatefold with all the lyrics in there, looking really nice. Switched out the horrible paper sleeves for these, and as you can see, it's just good old black vinyl. So yeah, not quite as good as their last album. Better days coming, but this is still really, really good. Saw these guys live back in May, and they're fantastic. They've still got it. Excellent melodic hard rock. Proud Desperado, first track, brilliant stuff. Heaven's Falling, another great track. Tears of Blood. Resurrect Me is a really, really good song as well. Broken Glass, Stick the Knife in a Twist, One Light to Burn, Time Bomb, it all comes back around. Kit Winger's vocals are still absolutely fantastic. Of course, the drums from Rod Morgenstein are great. And the phenomenal guitar work from Red Beach. The solos on this are absolutely fantastic, which is not a surprise if you know Reb's work. The riffs are great. It's melodic hard rock, which is very catchy, easy to sing along to, great hooks. Winger 7, their most recent album, is a really, really good album, and I'm really glad to have it in the collection at last. Let's go to some alternative now, and here's Faith No More and Introduce Yourself from 1987. With Chuck Mosley on vocals. I was much more familiar, obviously, with the Mike Patton stuff. So I wasn't a huge fan of Chuck's vocals at first, but the more I've listened to this, the more I enjoyed them. This is a fantastic alternative rock album. There's a lot going on with Faith No More, you know. This is alternative rock. There's definitely some funk in there, there's some metal in here as well. The riffing from Jim Martin is very good. Billy Gould on the bass is an underrated bass player. There's some fantastic bass play on this. I think this must be a reissue because there's this is a printed in with loads of other bands' albums now on it. Yeah, great stuff. Drums from Mike Baldwin, fantastic. But yeah, really enjoying the vocals of Chuck Mosley now. Just good old black vinyl on the London label. Yeah, really enjoying this one. This one was one I wasn't on the lookout for, to be fair. And I happened to get a message from one of my local sellers who said, I've got this stuff, are you interested? And this was there, so I decided to grab it. Faster Disco track 1 is good, and the song track 2 is fantastic, absolutely brilliant. The title track, Introduce Yourself, is great. Death March, good track. We Care a Lot. The lyrics in that are definitely a hark back to the times. They're sort of mentioning the space shuttle Challenger explosion that happened back in the mid 80s, and mentioned Garbage Pail Kids. If you remember the Garbage Pail Kids cards, if you're a similar age to me, you should remember those. The Crab song, Blood Spirit, excellent album from these guys. Never heard this one before. I've been listening to Faith No More for well over 25 years. But glad to finally have it in the collection. Faith No More's Introduce Yourself from 1987 is superb. Another band that's kind of hard to pigeonhole into a certain genre, and this is Living Colour, Time's Up from 1990. Fantastic musicians, Vernon Reid on the guitar player on this is absolutely superb. And Corey Glover on the vocals. I didn't realise till not that long ago. I think he's the nephew of Danny Glover, the actor from Predator 2 and the Lethal Weapon films. Excellent album, this. It's really, really good. Information overload, stuff like that is fantastic. Fight the Fight, Solace of You, Concrete and Steel is another great tune. Pride, Love Rears Its Ugly Head. Sorry, not Concrete and Steel, that's Type, isn't it? Mine's gone blank. But yeah, excellent album. There's a couple of tracks that could be cut from this, to be fair. It's a little bit long, but the ones that I think do need to be cut, they're still not bad. There's the printed in with the lyrics on. Again, it's good old black vinyl. Nice original press from 1990. Yeah, an album and a band, to be honest, I think that don't really get enough credit. I think they're very, very good, but don't really get enough credit or recognition. They definitely got respect, but I definitely think they could do it more. But there's Living Colours, Time's Up from 1990. Excellent album. Up next, forward to 1996, and here's Stone Temple Pilots and Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. This is the 25th anniversary edition. As you can see, it's in this very hard, sort of hard case. And I didn't know that it was like that. I just bought this one in the album, and didn't realise it was this special edition. So here's the info sheet, which would normally be on the back of the box. And here we have a nice picture of the band here. 3 CDs here, hence it's the complete edition. And here you've got this colour booklet with some really nice pictures of the band and a lot of info about the band as well. And it's just a fantastic album. I mean, Stone Temple Pilots are one of those bands that continue to evolve and change their sound. They weren't putting out the same record over and over again. And here it is on that classic Atlantic Records label, just a good old black vinyl. Excellent album. Shame Scott Wine's no longer with us, but he definitely had his demons, no doubt about it. And there's some great tracks on this album, like Big Bang Baby, Tripping on the Hole in a Paper Heart. Excellent stuff. I'm really glad to finally put this up. I've been after this one for a while. Got the first 2 albums, and now I've got this one as well. So very, very happy to add Stone Temple Pilots, Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop into the collection. Quick sip of drink because my mouth's getting a little bit dry. Moving on to the heavier side of things now, with an album that's probably going to have divided opinion. Here's British Thrashers Evile and their album The Unknown, which has been out about 6 weeks now. So if you're picking this up, hoping to get another full-on thrash metal album, you're going to be disappointed. I've changed up the style quite a lot. Here's the gatefold with a picture of the guys and lyrics. So a lot of this is very much slowed down. It's kind of half and half. There's a lot of mid-pace slow songs in this, and there's still some up-tempo thrashes if you want thrash. If you want all-out thrash, you're going to be disappointed. Here it is with the custom label, just on good old black vinyl. So yeah, they've definitely changed up the style, and I really like it. I mean, it's going to piss some people off because some people don't like change. You know, they just want thrash, and it's not what you get here. But I still think it's a really good album. The title track, The Unknown, the first song, is excellent. The Mask We Wear, track 2, is really, really good. Monolith, Sleepless Eyes, that's the last track on side 1. That's the first thrash you get. So you get 4 mid-tempo songs, and then you have to wait till you get some thrash. Out of Sight's another thrasher, really good. Reap What You Sow, great track, beginning at the end. It's still full of great riffs and great drums. The biggest improvement I noticed here, though, is Old Drake's vocals. So, of course, he took over on vocals on the last album, Hell Unleashed. And his vocals are good in this, but I think his vocals on this are even better. I don't know if he's had some singing lessons, but he's definitely got a different vocal style going on. It's all the better for it. So it's a change in direction, but a change that I really like. Like I say, if you want thrash, you will get it, but it's not all thrash. A lot of it is slowed down, mid-tempo. But it evolves, The Unknown. They've taken a risk, and for me, it's paid off. And I really do quite like this one. Nice album from these guys. On to the death metal now. We're going up Scotland. Here's Coffin Mulch. I can't remember the title. Spectral Intercession. Nice album artwork here. HM2 driven. Swedish death metal praise, definitely. There's the gatefold for you. Printed inner. There's the guys on the back. And this one comes on sort of blue vinyl with some purple in there. So Swedish death metal worship. Some really nice riffs on this. I like the vocals. took me a few listens to get into this, I won't lie. After the first listen, I thought, yeah, it's okay. But by the time I finished the fourth listen, I was like, no, I really do enjoy this one, actually. Into the Blood's a fantastic track. Mental Suicide. Gateway to the Unseen. Infernal Mass. Really good death metal here from these Scottish guys. I think this is their first actual full-length album, so hopefully we're going to get much more. But that's Coffee Mulch. Excellent stuff from up in Scotland. Some old school Swedish death metal worship. Get that in your life if you like, kind of thing you're not too familiar with it. 3 more to go. And here's Dismember and Pieces, their EP from 1992. And look at that artwork. Well, not that artwork, but that front cover. It's absolutely fantastic. There's the back for you. It's obviously old school Swedish death metal. 6 tracks on there, but one's only like an intro, really. Pieces, I Wish You Hell. I love that song. It's so good. Great riffing. Carnal Tomb, again, great riffing. Soon to Be Dead, Torn Apart. I really like this one a lot. It sounds fantastic. Production's excellent. And I'm not really a fan of coloured vinyl. I can live with it, but I really like this half and half black. And the other half red. Just looks really good. Looks really nice when it's spinning on the turntable. So again, there's the HM2 sound there. Great guttural vocals. Really nice old school sounding death metal. I'd never heard this. The only problem with this, and it's nothing to do with the music, but this is an EP and this was 28 quid. You know, for 5 songs really. As far as I'm concerned, we shouldn't be paying any more than 15 quid for a 5-track EP. When is the bubble going to burst when it comes to vinyl prices? But I'm still really happy to grab this, but so expensive for a 5-track EP. But Dismember's Pieces from 1992 originally. Superb stuff. And some more Dismember, and here's Indecent and Obscene, which is the follow-up to Pieces, which came out in 1993. Again, it's more old school Swedish death metal. Excellent stuff again. I like both of these more than Like an Ever-Flowing Stream, has to be said. Clear vinyl with some red splattering. Great riffs on this. Again, the vocals are good. Just good old school solid death metal. Some tracks on this that I really like. Skinfather's excellent. Sorrowfield I really like. Sorrowfield, yeah, that's really good. Reborn in Blasphemy is a brilliant song. Love the chorus, very catchy. Ninth Circle, Dreaming in Red. Excellent death metal from these guys. Great riffing, drums are fantastic, excellent vocals. Dismember's Indecent and Obscene from 1993. Excellent stuff. Just one more to show, and this is the brand new album from American death metal legends Dying Fetus. This is Make Them Beg for Death. This is fantastic technical death metal. If you like your death metal technical, you'll love this. The riffing from John Gallagher is fantastic. The sweep picking and his harmonics are just absolutely brilliant. I love listening to him play. You got Sean Beasley on the bass as well. I like the trade-off vocals with Sean and John Gallagher. Gives a nice mix up to the tunes. Here's some lyrics, some artwork. And it comes on this kind of dark blue vinyl. Almost looks green to me. But this is fantastic stuff. Very, very technical. The drumming from Trey Williams is absolutely phenomenal. That guy really knows how to play the drums. I mean, these guys all know how to play their instruments. They're fantastic musicians. Excellent technical death metal. Very, very fast in places. Love the sweet picking guitar. And the harmonics from John Gallagher, sorry, not John Connor. It's the bloody character from the Terminator. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. And of course it does want to go back in the sodding sleeve. There we go. And there at last. Yeah, this only came out maybe a week or 2 ago. And it's an absolutely fantastic slice of technical death metal. Enlightened Through Agony is really, really good. Compulsion for Cruelty. Feast of Ashes. When the Trend Ends, first track on side B is excellent. Hero's Grave, Subterfuge, last track. Great stuff. If you like it technical, if you like it really, really heavy with deep guttural vocals, then this is where it's at. Biofetus is Make Them Beg for Death. Only been out a week or two. Superb death metal. Really, really good. I'm really, really happy to have this in the collection. Right, guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching to the end, as always, and I hope you enjoyed that one. I've got plenty more videos in the pipeline, so you're going to be seeing a lot more sort of content from me coming up. I've got a Carcass album ranking coming up. I've got 25 of my favourite death metal songs, 25 of my favourite hard rock glam metal songs coming as well. More collection updates, so there's plenty more to come on the channel. And just before I go, my band of Concrete Gods, we're releasing our new EP in a couple of weeks' time. It's coming out on October the 13th. It's called Hurt People, Hurt People. 5-track EP. It's about 37 minutes long. We're waiting for the CDs and the cassettes to come back from the printers, so they'll be with us soon. There's also going to be t-shirts as well. So if you enjoyed our last release and are interested in hearing us with everything turned up, because obviously the last EP was acoustic, it's going to be coming out soon on October the 13th. So hopefully some of you will be interested in giving that a listen or picking it up. So just sort of let you know about that. Thanks for watching again, and I shall see you soon. So cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.